So we're picking up here with our third buzz marketing technique, and this is stealth marketing. With viral marketing, remember, it is clear that the material is an advertisement, right? However, this isn't true with all buzz marketing campaigns like stealth marketing. Stealth marketing is a particularly controversial buzz campaign because it uses word of mouth in a covert and clandestine manner in which the consumer is intended to remain unaware that the company is actually generating the buzz. One common stealth technique is the use of imitation evangelists. Imitation evangelists are trained community actors. They are not famous actors, not famous people, but regular people who have acting training and live in the community, who slip product promotions and recommendations into everyday conversations, and they're being paid for this with the hope of igniting a natural, so-called natural buzz. They differ from product pushers because the consumer is meant to remain unaware that the conversation is not authentic. For instance, when Sony wanted to promote a new camera cell phone, they hired young, attractive couples to pose as fake tourists. They hung around popular vacation spots and then asked passersby to snap their photo with the phone, with the new phone. So people go, wow, this phone's really cool. Many companies also hire what's called fake shoppers to buzz their product in chat rooms and blogs and to post fake reviews. Some music companies hire fake shoppers to rave about new artists to each other in music stores so that other shoppers overhear them. Some alcohol manufacturers hire leaners to pose as bar patrons, leaning on the bar, ordering a particular brand and raving about it to those around them. Not bad work if you can get it, right? But again, stealth marketing, covert, with the intention of fooling the consumer into thinking this is an authentic conversation. Another common technique in stealth marketing is the use of stealth celebrity endorsers. We all know that celebrities are paid to promote products in advertisements, thus we have celebrity endorsers. However, many consumers don't realize that stealth celebrity endorsers are compensated to use and or talk about the products in their everyday lives, disguising the fact that the use reflects a paid endorsement and creating the illusion instead that the products reflect the celebrity's personal choice. This, of course, costs companies a lot more money than hiring community actors. The most common use of stealth celebrity endorsers are makers of expensive clothing, jewelry, and perfume. How many actresses at the Oscar Awards do you think are paid to wear their designer dresses? In a particularly disturbing example, Kathleen Turner appeared on ABC's Good Morning America and talked about an illness she had. She directed people to a website sponsored by a pharmaceutical company. However, she said nothing about the fact that the drug manufacturer had paid her for her public appearance on its behalf. Our next tactic, experiential marketing, is based on the idea that we learn from our experiences. The idea is for marketers to create one-on-one interactive experiences that allow the consumer to experience a product in a unique, fun, and entertaining way. ASICS Shoes, during the weekend of the New York City Marathon, put up a 60-foot video wall where people could virtually race against U.S. marathoner Ryan Hall, while, of course, wearing their shoes. This particular campaign was especially interesting because it used the social psychological concept of handicapping. The participant consumers are clearly not expected to win the race against a pro, so there is no risk there. But their willingness to try, in spite of this handicap, earns them inferences such as courageous, brave, great sport, high confidence, etc. This vision of themselves in others' eyes becomes associated with the shoes. When the experiential marketing interaction is unique, attractive, emotional, and memorable, it often generates buzz. The next tactic, community marketing, is when a company organizes, supports, and networks, in other words, connects people who have a high interest in their product to give them a platform to be vocal about it. These include fan clubs, user groups, forums, and discussion groups. For example, Apple Forum is an online discussion forum for Apple brand users where people can share tips and support. Likewise, the Harley Owners Group, sometimes called HOG, H-O-G, is a member group for Harley-Davidson motorcycle owners where riders can participate in local chapter rides or state and national rallies.